What really happens when you fall asleep? The moment your eyes close, your body doesn't just rest. It shuts down parts of your conscious mind and opens doors you don't control. Your muscles go completely still, not because you're relaxed, but because your brain is paralyzing you on purpose. Every night you enter a state where you can't move, can't speak, can't escape. And sometimes you wake up like that. This is called sleep paralysis. But what people experience during it is far worse. Shadowy figures standing in the corner of your room, something sitting on your chest, watching you. Whispers you can't understand, but somehow feel are meant for you. And the scariest part? Millions of people around the world describe the exact same entities. Different cultures, different languages, but the same dark shapes, the same presence. Coincidence? Or something we're not meant to see, unless we're asleep. Your brain also does something else. It starts creating entire worlds, dreams. But these aren't random images. Your brain becomes more active than when you're awake, meaning every night you're entering a reality where logic doesn't exist, where anything can happen and you have no control. Sometimes you fall, sometimes you're chased, sometimes you die, and then you wake up. But here's the disturbing truth. Your brain can't always tell the difference between what's real and what's a dream. So while you're sleeping, your mind can trap you in fear, pain, and terror, and you'll believe every second of it. But what if not all dreams are created by you? What if some of them are something else trying to reach you? Because every night you disconnect from reality and enter something we still don't fully understand. When you sleep, your brain goes through stages, and in one of them, something strange happens. Your body temperature drops, your heart slows down, your breathing becomes irregular. It almost looks like you're slowly shutting down. In fact, sleep is sometimes called a temporary death, because every night you trust that you'll wake up again. But there's no guarantee. People have died in their sleep, without warning, without pain, without knowing. Just one moment they're dreaming, and the next, nothing. And then there's something even darker. At around 3 a.m., your sleep becomes the deepest. Some people call it the devil's hour. This is when nightmares feel the most real, sleep paralysis happens more often, and strange awakenings occur. You suddenly open your eyes, but something feels wrong. The room is the same, but the atmosphere is heavy. You feel like you're not alone. You try to move, you can't. You try to scream, nothing comes out. And then you see it, a shadow, standing, watching, not moving, just there. And no matter how hard you try, you can't look away. Scientists say it's just your brain, but here's the problem. Why do people all over the world see the same thing? A tall, dark figure, a presence with no face, something that feels aware of you. It doesn't feel like imagination. It feels like you weren't supposed to wake up while it was there. And sometimes people don't just see things, they hear them. Footsteps, whispers, their name being called, soft at first, then closer. And here's something even more disturbing. Your brain is supposed to protect you from reality while you dream, but sometimes it fails, and your dream leaks into the real world. So when you sleep tonight and everything goes dark, remember this: your body will shut down, your mind will drift somewhere unknown, and for a few hours, you will be completely defenseless. Because sleep is the only time you lose control completely. But there's something people almost never talk about. Sometimes you wake up, but not in your world. It looks like your room. Everything is in the same place. Your bed, your door, your window. But something feels off. The silence is too deep. The air feels heavy. And there's this strange feeling, like you're inside a copy of reality. This is called a false awakening. You think you woke up, but you're still dreaming. And it can happen again, and again, and again. People report waking up 5, 10, even 20 times in a row, each time thinking it's real, each time trying to move, to escape, but they can't. Imagine being trapped in a loop you can't break. And here's the terrifying part. Some people say, in those fake awakenings, they see someone in their room. Not a shadow this time, something clearer, standing closer each time they wake up, watching them, waiting. And every time they try to scream, they wake up again. Same room, same position, but now that thing is closer. Your brain is powerful enough to create entire realities. But what if? Sometimes it creates something it can't fully control. There's also something called exploding head syndrome. Right before you fall asleep, you hear a loud bang, a scream, a gunshot, something crashing. But there's nothing there. No sound in the real world, only in your mind. Or worse, you feel like you're falling, endlessly. Your body jerks you awake at the last second, like something didn't want you to go deeper. And then there are the dreams that feel too real, too detailed, too familiar. Places you've never been, but somehow remember. Faces you've never seen, but recognize instantly. What if they're not just dreams? Some scientists believe dreams are just random signals, but others think dreaming might be your brain connecting to something beyond reality. A different layer, a different place. Because every single night, you leave this world behind. You disappear for hours. Your body stays, but you go somewhere else. And the scariest question is, what if one day you don't come back the same? Or worse, you don't come back at all. So when you close your eyes tonight and drift into darkness, just remember, you're not just going to sleep. You're entering a place no one truly understands. A place where anything can watch you, anything can find you, and you wouldn't even know if it already has.